are back online here because that storm that we were talking about earlier has now strengthened and turned further to the south. This storm is actually going to be going down into the Grandis and Gillum area like we were talking about earlier. We're going to jump right into it though because there's a new severe thunderstorm, and this one has been issued for the Hatfield and Cove area. In fact, as we speak right now, the Hook Echo is directly over the McCully area of Polk County. This is where I believe it's Polk 23 goes from east-west to south, and the hook is right there. And I say hook because if you look at the severe thunderstorm warning, it now has another designator, and it says tornado is possible. So you really do want to be noticing this storm as it's going southeast. All the rest of the storms are going east and northeast, and this storm is turning southeast, and it is not looking very good. I'm actually getting this broadcast up right now. So as you can see again, severe thunderstorm warning for Polk County. It was issued at let's take a look. 8:30 p.m. and it's until 9:15, so another half hour. But right now, this storm is right over the eastern Hatfield, and between Hatfield and Cove, the rotation is right here. It is. You can see that the hook. It's the way that it's formed, just north of Bethel Chapel, and this is a very dangerous storm. I'm surprised they haven't issued a tornado warning yet. It seems like the rotation is just not quite strong enough for that to be issued, but it is certainly something that you really want to pay attention to and be very careful about. So again, a severe thunderstorm warning for Polk County. There's another severe thunderstorm warning in McCurtain County, and that is also a dangerous storm that they've actually extended the warning a little bit to the south. Let's see here. Looking at the Hook Echo. I call it a Hook Echo. It's more of a signature at this point because it does not have a tornado warning associated with it, but it is certainly not a storm that you want to be messing around with right now. This storm, unlike the other storms we saw earlier today, unlike those storms that were up in LaFleur County and the Fort Smith area, this storm in particular has another designator, and that designator is tornado is possible. I'm going to go ahead and read to you what it's saying. It is saying that a severe thunderstorm was located over Hatfield, or 10 miles southwest of Mena. It was moving east at 30 miles per hour. The locations that are included in this severe thunderstorm warning is Hatfield, Shady, McCully, Potter, Cossatot River State Park, Hartley, Cove, Camp Pioneer. And now, look what it's saying. It's saying, for your protection, move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a building. That means that they are seeing this storm as a little bit different than all the other storm warnings they've issued earlier, that this one has rotation and can produce a tornado. Alright, so let's look at this one in motion here as it rolls through. Yeah, you can absolutely see why they did that. Look at the size, look at that hook, the hook signature right there, right where my mouse is. So it has moved. It has moved right over the, like I was saying, the Polk 23, where it heads south and heads into Vandervoort. Now it's going east of that. It's in the McCully area. It's getting in some really rural areas. Let's see here. Look at this other one here. The other storm here now, Bethel, Oklahoma, not Bethel, the other one that was in Arkansas. but this one is also under the gun, and that storm really has been moving further and further south. In fact, so much so that they actually extended that polygon further to the south. So we want to look at that one here as well. This one is probably going to end up... it's hard to say, because that one all of a sudden just started moving really south, really fast. You can see how it started to rotate and come right down. It was moving east and then it started to move south. This one that we had watched in the previous stream, now this one is, boy, that one did come out of nowhere though. We were watching that one earlier and it did not look good. It was over Old Cove at the time. And this one is a pretty well-defined hook. Let's see. We've got another one coming up here in Choctaw, Clayton, Tuscaloosa. This one is in, I believe it's Pittsburgh County, moving into Latimer County, and then shortly into LaFleur County as well. So that one is starting to get stronger as well. You can see the dark center of that storm, which means it's still strengthening. These are all supercells. They're not as well defined perhaps as some we've seen. This one over here is a gnarly supercell. This one is big, and you know, all of this stuff you see over here, that's not rain. That is well, down here is rain, but this right here is not rain. It's the blow off from the top of the thunderhead that's causing moisture in the air from the cloud as this storm just continues to build. This one is in the northern Dallas metro, moving towards Sherman. It just passed right through Gainesville, the northern edge of that storm did, and it's now heading into Sherman, Denison pretty quickly here. You'll want to watch that one for sure. Going back to this storm though, I really want to make sure that this one is not cycling and getting worse again. That's interesting radar signature there. It looks like that hook echo is closing up a little bit. I'm not sure what that's showing me. I've not seen something like that before necessarily. But as you can see, it went. This hook went right from the Hatfield area right down south and east of Hatfield, directly east of Cove, went right over Polk, 34, 31, 23, and now it's onto State Highway 246. If you're in the area of Hartley, you want to be getting into a place of shelter as quickly as you can. It is not a storm to be messing around with, even still, even though this hook has maybe closed slightly. It is not a storm you want to mess with. I have contacts in this area, and I'm waiting to hear back on if anything was in the area or anything developed, any storm damage reports or anything like that. Again, if you have any storm damage reports, feel free to reach out to me either through the YouTube channel, or you can also always tweet us on X at StormWarnOK. Again, StormWarnOK, so that's Oklahoma. This is Arkansas. What's going on? So what we're doing here is we're kind of preempting regular coverage simply because of this large outbreak that is just continuing to churn through the southeastern Oklahoma and southwest Arkansas area. It's not going to be an area of storm that's going to affect our Oklahoma City metro. But it is something that you want to bear in mind, especially if you are heading into the Oklahoma City metro from maybe North Texas or Louisiana, Arkansas, heading into Oklahoma City metro anywhere from the east. You want to get away from these storms. You want to pull over. You don't want to mess with these storms. Again, this storm that is in the Polk County area. Again, this newest radar sweep is showing, I almost want to say it's a more distinctive hook even than before. I'm going to try to change our look. Yeah, we absolutely have a rotation. The rotation that it's showing us is right here on McCully. So if you're in the area of McCully, I say you need to take shelter right away, because this is showing that there is rotation that radar has detected, and it is right where 23 comes down and meets, well, just north of 246. So that one, I'm going to put this in motion. So this is the rotation. Oh boy, there was some rotation there. It came right across, and now it's hanging out right here. So get back to our regular radar here. They allowed the severe thunderstorm warning to expire at this time. So interestingly, that severe thunderstorm warning is not anymore. So whatever they're seeing is not as concerning, perhaps, as it looks on radar. Getting a storm report back right now. It seems like really all there was thunder and lightning in the area. Nothing of consequence, which is good. So that means it was all up in the clouds and in the upper winds, but not anything that needed to warrant maybe an escalation in that warning or into even a tornado warning. So that's good news. This one here in McCurtain County still has a severe thunderstorm warning. This one has a 1 1/4 inch hail, 60 mile-an-hour winds, and this one is expiring. Well, really, honestly, it sort of expired. We're sitting at 8:51, and it's saying it's until 8:45. I'm going to go ahead and refresh my systems and see if perhaps I'm just on some latency here, and that storm has been allowed to expire. Okay, they've moved the polygon, so this may have been reissued. Yes, this is until 9:30 p.m. now. At 8:37, a severe thunderstorm was located near Batiste, or 25 miles north of Broken Bow. So ping pong ball sized hail, that is nothing to mess around with. You don't want to be in the path of this storm. This one is moving, it's going to go probably between Vandervoort and Wicks in Polk County. And of course McCurtain County wilderness area, that really does describe that area. It is a wilderness. There are no towns in that area at all east of 259 until you hit the Arkansas border that I'm aware of. Getting back to this storm coming up on Sherman and Denison, Texas. This one's holding together really well, and again, it is a supercell, and so this is a lone storm that is just churning across North Texas, and it's going to be heading into southeastern Oklahoma before too much longer. Looks like probably into is this Bryan County? I believe it's Bryan County, Oklahoma here. That's Love County. I'm getting my counties mixed up. But I believe that will be coming across the Red River before too much longer. The hail there is only an inch in hail. Boy, that storm, that's got to be it's got to be outdated information, because that storm looks to be stronger than just producing 1 inch hail. Whitesboro, Texas, not Whitesboro, Oklahoma, but Whitesboro, Texas is in the path of this storm. They're getting hammered right now. All right, going up into we got a few more warnings coming in now. This one now is culminating in looks like another warning now. Oh, they just issued a lot more. So what do we have? We have another severe thunderstorm warning, and this has now been issued until 9:15. My system may have restarted there, because all of the warnings flashed there for a minute. But it looks like this one here, severe thunderstorm warning, that's a new one. That was only about 10 minutes ago, north central Pushmataha County. And then another severe thunderstorm warning, and this one's for Pushmataha and southwestern LaFleur. So of course, as these things move east, they're all going to be kind of churning right through the Ouachitas, which is of course southeast Oklahoma and southwest Arkansas. But it would appear as though they reissued or did not allow that one to cancel. So I'm not sure what happened there, if weather-wise perhaps dropped that warning and shouldn't have, but it does seem like that warning is still in effect at this time. I'm going to go ahead and do a force refresh once again. Apologies, like I've said in my previous streams, we weren't really ready for a severe weather outbreak to this scale. We're still literally building out our studios in anticipation of next spring, but we did want to come on the air for these, even though it's outside of our coverage area, just because of the widespread nature of these storms. This now does seem like it's a more pronounced hook again. Boy, it's not moving fast. What we've been on the air for 10-15 minutes now, and this is where we started. The hook was right over Polk 23 and 31, and it's now only just a few miles to the east. I mean, we're talking, it started off right about here, and it's only gone 7 miles. So that's pretty incredible. This storm is very slow. So out of if there's nothing else, it's going to be producing a decent amount of rain, I should imagine. But again, yeah, storm report right now is saying that it is now raining heavily. So absolutely, this storm is dumping a lot of rain, and the infrastructure in this area really can't handle a lot of rain at all at once. So that's really what suffers. Is you start to get street flooding, bridges that are impassable, and other things. Especially at nighttime, you want to be extra careful in these areas. So again, the National Weather Service is issuing a severe thunderstorm warning. 1 inch hail, again, tornado possible, and that's the unique nature of this one. If you go to other severe thunderstorm warnings in the area, it does not say tornado possible. And that's really the uniqueness of this one storm. Again, the one in McCurtain County as well. But the one in Pushpataha, southwestern LaFleur County, not. Even the one down in Denison and Sherman, Texas, it's not saying tornado possible. They're not seeing any rotation with that storm. But these two storms here in southern McCurtain County, northern McCurtain County, and western, more of central Polk County now. Both of those are rotating thunderstorms, and a tornado is possible with those storms. I'm going to continue to monitor this for a few moments here as it as it continues to cycle through here. Bear with me just a moment. Well, I do have to say this storm, even though it's maintaining its hook signature there, the storm itself does appear to be weakening. I'm going to go ahead and put it through one more cycle here. Yeah, definitely weakening. As you can see, the core here is lessening. But the one in McCurtain County is not weakening, but it's also turning almost completely south. You can see it here. It was going this way, and it is now turning. I mean, if they don't watch out, Broken Bow is going to get it, or Queen at this point. It is really rotating pretty strongly. All right, larger picture here. Seeing a line of storms these are all the worst storms. Honestly, you're seeing the whole. If you had a surface map for on your weather app or something, you would see your frontal boundary. So something along the lines of this. But right here is where the moisture has come up and the humidity and has caused the most amount of storms. And you can see these storms have fired up in the late evening hours. It's now 9 p.m. Central Time. We're going to go ahead and sign off here. But if these storms do continue to strengthen, or if any other concerning warnings get issued for these storms in particular, even though they're outside of our coverage area, we'll break back in and give some more updates. Again, this is storm-warned Oklahoma City, and of course we are with live coverage right now in the southeastern Oklahoma, southwestern Arkansas area, simply because of the nature of these storms. We need to keep everyone safe and give everyone some up-to-date information regarding the severe weather outbreak that's not affecting Oklahoma City, but is affecting the areas south and east. Storm-warned Oklahoma, you can reach us on Twitter at StormWarnOK and on Telegram at StormWarn. Again, I'm Ben Ditchell.